Hello guys. So again our topic is continuity, and we will take other questions in which we will collect the values of unknown constants like k, a, b, c, like this. So in this series we have this question: if the function fx, we are defining this function at x equals to 1, and it is given this function is continuous at x equals to 1. So if it is continuous according to its definition, when x greater than 1 we use this expression. At x equals to 1 it gives value 11. When x less than 1 we have this expression, and we use this, and according to continuity concept we will collect the values of a and b. These are two values, a and b. Okay, so we have the value at x equals to 1, this is 11. So at point at x equals to 1 function gives the value 11. So it is the first, because the function is continuous, so we will collect the right hand limit, left hand limit, and the value at the point. So this is the value at the point. Right now we have two tasks: right hand limit and left hand limit. So right hand limit, when limit x tends to point is 1, so 1 plus something slightly positive value. So limit s tends to 0, f 1 plus h. So limit s tends to 0, we will use this definition where x greater than 1, so it is 3a x plus b. So we put this value in place of x, so it is 3a into 1 plus h plus b. Now limit s tends to 0, and this is 3a plus 3h plus b. So this part is 3a plus b, and this is the multiple of h. So when we put this limit in this, where h is 0, so this term will be 0, and we will collect 3a plus b as the right hand limit. So the right hand limit x tends to 1 plus h, fx is 3a plus b. Now we have the value at point and right hand limit. For the continuity we will collect the left hand limit also. Function should be existing. If the function exists, then right hand limit and left hand limit both should be equal to fa. Now this is the left hand limit. For left hand limit we will apply f limit x tends to 1 minus on fx. So it is limit s tends to 0, f 1 minus h. We place 1 minus h in place of x. So right now we will use the definition where x less than 1, that is this one. So it is 5ax minus 2b. So we place x as 1 minus h. So it is 5a into 1 minus h minus 2b, where this is 5a minus 2b and this is 5ah with negative sign. When we apply this limit in this expression, so it will be 0, and we have 5a minus 2b. So the left hand limit of the function is 5a minus 2b. Right now we have all the three values: value at the point, value at right hand limit, and left hand limit. Given function is continuous at x equals to 1, so all these three values should be equal. Function exists, and the values of these limits should be the value of the function at that point. So right now right hand limit collected this 3a plus b, left hand limit this equal to 5a minus 2b, and the value at the point is 11. So we use first and last, so it is 3a plus b equals to 11, and when we compare this to 5a minus 2b is 11. So right now we have two equations. Now for getting the value of a and b, we will solve this as two variable equations. So when equation 1 is multiplied by 2, and when we add second equation with it, so on multiplication, in first equation we get 6a plus 2b equals to 11, and second equation is this. When we add these two equations, 2b cancelled out, so this becomes 11a, and this is 33, so it is a is 3, and we put the value of a in any equation, that is the first equation. So in equation 1, so 3a plus b equals to 11. When we put a, so it is 3 into 3 plus b equals to 11, so b is 11 minus 9, so it is 2. So these are the values of unknown terms in the expression of function. So a is 3 and b is 2. This is the answer. Next question. So it is given this function has three definitions at point x equals to 0 and its neighboring points. When x equals to 0, function gives the value a. When x less than 0, so it gives the expression 1 minus cos 4x over x square. When x greater than 0, so it is this irrational expression, and it is given this function is continuous at x equals to 0. So this is the main catch in this question. If the function is continuous, it means right hand limit, left hand limit, and the value at the point all are equal. So we will collect these three values, and we will use these three values, and we will collect the value of a. So this is our focus, to find the value of a. So first we will collect the value at point. So f0 equals to a. This is our first requirement. Now we go for right hand limit. So for right hand limit, x greater than 0, so we use this definition in which x is greater than 0, it means 0 plus h. So it is right hand limit, limit x tends to 0 plus fx, it means limit h tends to 0, f0 plus h, it's a value greater than 0, and we use this expression. So it is, when we place 0 plus h, 0 plus h is h, so it is root h plus 16 plus root h whole root minus 4, and irrational expression will be solved by multiplying and dividing its conjugate. So the conjugate of this denominator is root 16 plus root h plus 4. So we will multiply, divide this, and these are conjugate parts. So a square minus b square formula will be applied. We get 16 plus root h minus 16, and there is root h and this expression. So 16 and 16 will be cancelled out, and there is root h. So root h will be cancelled out with root h, and the remaining factor is this root 16 plus root h whole root plus 4. And when limit is 0, we put this h is 0, so it will be 0, and root 16 is 4, and this is plus 4, so 4 plus 4 is 8. It means the right hand limit of the function is 8. Now we will collect the left hand limit. Right now we have value at the point and the right hand limit. This equals to a and this equals to 8. Now we go for left hand limit. So left hand limit of this function, we will use limit x tends to 0 minus fx equals to limit s tends to, it says 0 minus means 0 minus h, it means minus h only. We put x as minus h in the expression where x is less than 0. So it is 1 minus cos 4x over x square. So we put this minus h, 1 minus cos 4 minus h over minus h square. So it will be limit h tends to 0, 1 minus cos cos 4 minus h is, it is cos minus 4h, that is cos 4h, because this is in fourth quadrant, so it will be positive. So you get cos 4h, and 1 minus cos 4h according to trigo, it will be 2 sin square 2h, half angle formula. So it is 2 sin square 2h, and this is h square. But according to limit limit h tends to 0, sin h over h equals to 1, or you can say if it is x, then it should be x over x. Whatever the value of this angle, there should be in denominator the same angle, same value. So it is 2h right now, so we want the 2h in denominator, but we have a h, so we will multiply with 4. So it is 4, and this is 4 h square, we can say 2h whole square. Right now limit s tends to 0, sin 2h over 2h whole square, it is 1 according to this theorem. So it is 2 into 4 is 8, and this is 1 square, 1 square is 1, so we get 8. So the left hand limit of the function is 8, and since the function fx is continuous at x equals to 0, it means all the three values, right hand limit, left hand limit, and the value of the function at the point, all are equal. Right now we have the values, right hand it is 8, and left hand value limit is 8, and the value at the point is 8 a. It means when we compare this, a equals to 8. It means the function will be continuous at x equals to 0 when the value of a is 8. So this way we will collect the answer a. Next question, the function fx is continuous at x equals to 0. So this is the first hint to solve the question, that is the function is continuous at x equals to 0, and according to this we want to collect the values of a, b, and c, and the definition of the function is when x less than 0, so it is sin a plus 1x plus sin x over x. At x equals to 0, this function gives the value c. When x greater than 0, for right hand limit, it shows this expression. It's a irrational expression. So first we collect the value of the function at given point, that is x equals to 0. So at x equals to 0, the value of this is c. So f0 is c. This is the first value. We want the three values, right hand limit, left hand limit, and point value. So right now step 2, we will go for right hand limit, that is limit x tends to a 0 plus h fx, that is limit h tends to 0 f0 plus h. That means we put 0 plus h in place of x when x greater than 0. So x greater than 0, we use this expression, and 0 plus h means only h, so we put x as h. So it means we get under root h plus bh square minus under root h over b h raised to power 3 by 2 h3 by 2 means 1 and a half. So h1 and h half. Half means root h. So it is h root h. So we place this. Right now we will simplify it. So this irrational function and irrational functions and limits, we can solve this by multiply and divide its conjugate. So it is with negative sign, so we will use its conjugate with positive sign, and we will multiply this and using a square minus b square formula. So it is h plus bh root whole square, so we get h plus bh square, and root h whole square is h and h cancel out, and there is bh under root h, and this part we can collect the root h as a common. It means remaining numerator is bh square over b h root h, and on taking root h from this bracket, so we get h square, and this the remaining part is 1 plus bh plus 1. Right now bh square and bh square cancelled out, we have this, and on applying the limit, then bh part will be 0, so we have 1 over under root 1, that is again 1 plus 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, so it is half. It means the left hand limit of the function at 0 plus is half. So this is the second value. Right now we will collect the left hand limit. So it is limit x tends to 0 minus a function. That means limit h tends to 0, f 0 minus h. So we will place x as minus h. So we have the expression for x less than 0. For less than 0, we have the expression sine a plus 1 x. In place of x, we will place minus h, and there is sine x, so it is sine minus h over x, so it is minus h. In sine minus theta is minus sine theta. That's why this becomes minus of sine a plus 1h, and this is minus of sine h divided by minus h. So on taking common minus, and minus will be cancelled out, and all expression become positive. So sine a plus 1h plus sine h over h. Now we will use sine c plus sine d. So it is the formula sine c plus sine d. It is 2 sine c plus d by 2 into cos c minus d by 2. So we use this sine sum by 2 and cos difference by 2. So the angle on add by 2, and this is the difference of angles by 2. So right now it becomes sine a plus 1 h plus h. When we taking common h, then it becomes a plus 2 by 2, so you can say a by 2 plus 1 h, and this is on cancelling this h, we get a by 2 h, so it is cos a h by 2, and this 2 is here, and there is h. We want to use the theorem limit h tends to 0, sine h over h is 1. So for that the angle should be equal, but right now we have angle a by 2 plus 1 h, but there is only h. So we have to create this factor with this. So for that purpose we will multiply divide with a by 2 plus 1. It is twice sine h tends to 0, and when we multiply a by 2 plus 1 and multiply divide this, so this becomes the standard theorem, that is limit x tends to 0 sine with any angle, and it is divided by the same angle, it is 1. So this becomes 1. So it is 2 and this part is 1 and this is a by 2 plus 1, and when we apply the limit h tends to 0, so it is 0. So this angle becomes 0 and cos 0 is 1, so we have 1. So right now we have twice on taking LCM a plus 2 by 2. So when we cancel these two, we get a plus 2. So the right hand limit of function is a plus 2, and as we know that the function is continuous at x equals to 0. So a right hand limit, left hand limit and the value at the point all are equal, and according to our simplification we have the right hand limit, it is half, left hand limit is a plus 2 and the value at the point is c. So c equals to half, this is our first answer, and a plus 2 equals to half, so we use when 2 comes on right hand side we obtain a equals to minus 3 by 2. This is second answer. And what about b? So there is no option to collect the value of b, so we can't find the value of b, so b remains unknown in this expression. So there is no known value of b, so this is the answer.